Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley at sprinkledwithglitter.com. Thanks for joining me today. It is time for another video in my One Palette series. This is a series that I'm sharing here on YouTube, and I take one color palette and I create 3 or 4 cards. Today I'm featuring the Spellbinders Clubs of the Month. This is a fun service that Spellbinders offers, and you can get brand new crafting products in your stash every month delivered to your door, and they are a great value. So I'll be using this Glimmer of the Month Club Kit, the Die of the Month Club Kit, and it has this cute airplane. I will also be using the large Die of the Month and also the embossing folder of the month. And I find that these club kits of the month really mix and match well. Now for my color palette, I've chosen this because that airplane really inspired me to create a fun kind of bold primary palette. And I'm using Arctic, Tidepool, Cherry Kisses, and Sunflower cardstocks, and I'll have all those linked in the YouTube description below. Now I'm going to start out with this Glimmer of the Month set, and this is a really unique set. I don't know that I've ever worked with anything like this, and I'm going to start with the It's Your Day sentiment, and I'm going to hot foil it using the Glimmer Prism foil and my Glimmer hot foil system. And I've taken that sentiment hot foil plate, I've placed it onto the platform of my Glimmer. I'm adding my prism foil with the pretty side facing the pretty side of the hot foil plate. And then I'm adding some smooth white cardstock on the top. And I'm finishing off my sandwich with the shim and the spacer pad. And then I've set my timer. Now, once the timer is done, that bottom green light will be solid. And then I can remove the entire platform and the shims from the base, run it through my Platinum 6 die cut machine, and then I am going to do the peel and reveal, which gives me this gorgeous holographic foiled sentiment on my white cardstock. Now here is where this Glimmer Club Kit of the Month really stands out. It has these dies that will partially die cut this sentiment. Now, I know you're thinking, why would I want to do that? And that's because this is going to leave you with a balloon-shaped window on your card that is so much fun, because those little balloon pieces that are off to the side right now, I'm going to die cut with those next, and I'm going to create a shaker card. So I'm starting out with the ones that match up with the sentiment. I've held them in place with the Spellbinders Best Ever Craft Tape, which is perfect for die cutting and hot foiling. And then I ran that through my Platinum 6 to die cut all of that, and I'm going to remove the dies. And the sentiment is going to stay attached to that large piece of white cardstock. Now, once I have those outer sentiment dies removed, I'm going to bring in the bottom portion of the balloon, and I am going to line the edges up with the ends of that partial die cut that we created with the dies. And once again, I'm just gonna hold these dies in place using that same tape that I used to hold the other dies in place. And then I'm going to bring in the top portion of the balloon. I'm going to line the ends of those dies up with the ends of the die cut that was created with those other sentiment dies. And then I'll run this through my die cut machine, and this is where the magic happens. So when I remove these dies, you're gonna see that I am left with this adorable balloon-shaped window on my card, and that sentiment that is suspended on the inside of that window. I think this is so cool, and there are 3 different sentiments along with the coordinating dies included in this Glimmer of the Month set, and I just think this is I've never seen anything like it. Kudos to Spellbinders on the innovation for this, because I'm just blown away. Now, I did use one of the A2 rectangles from Spellbinders to trim this panel down. And now I'm going to take my colored cardstock and those 2 coordinating sentiment dies. Remember, these are not going to cut this shape entirely out because they are designed to create that suspended sentiment in the middle of the balloon. But what they are going to do is give me the shape that I need to create some layers. So once I've run those through on all of the colors of cardstock that I'm using, I'm going to use my trimmer and just trim right up next to those lines where the die cut line ends. Now on the bottom portion of this, you're gonna notice the top part kind of falls away. On the bottom portion, I just had to use my scissors and snip over. That could have been the way that I just aligned the dies, but this is really easy to do. So I'm just gonna snip this over. And you're gonna see that I am left with kind of that sentiment shape. Now I want these stacked layers to kind of peek out of the top and the bottom of that suspended sentiment. Now stick with me here. This is not too hard, I promise. So once I have those trimmed out, I'm going to just take them to my trimmer and roughly trim them about in half. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're using so little of this outline. We just need that shape so that it matches up with our sentiment. So you can see I'm just taking them over to my trimmer and I'm going about halfway down and trimming those out. So I'm gonna have a top piece and a bottom piece in the yellow, the Tidepool, and this Cherry Kisses color. Now, once I have those pieces ready to go, I'm gonna just stack them up, and I'm going to do this using a little bit of liquid glue. I'm just making sure it all works before I kind of adhere it together, and it did. So I'm just running a line of liquid glue along the back edge of this blue piece, and then I'm adhering it to the yellow piece. And then I'm going to do that again, flip it over, add some glue to that back edge of the yellow piece, and just slightly offset it with the red piece. So I have 3 colors of cardstock here that are slightly offset and stacked up together. This is really what's going to add the color to my card here because I'm using very little color everywhere else. And I think that prism foil with these 3 colors is really picking up on the colors that we're adding with the cardstock. So now that I have them stacked up, I'm gonna flip my card front over, and once again, I'm gonna add a line of liquid glue along the back edge of that sentiment, and I'm going to add these stacked up cardstock pieces to the back of that. So it's gonna have just a little bit peeking out to add some color to this card. I'm gonna do the same thing with those top pieces that I created as well. So you can see this is really forgiving. You don't have to cut them perfectly in half because they're gonna be on the back side of this sentiment anyway. So just as long as you have those shapes at the top and bottom, you can really make this stacked up sentiment shadow work. Now, if you wanted to, you could make this a window card and leave it at that. But if you know me at all, you know I love my sparkle. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to add some liquid adhesive to the back of this card front that I've created. And then I'm going to add a piece of acetate and I am going to create a shaker card out of this. I'm going to put a couple heavy acrylic blocks on top of that while it dries because I do have a couple extra layers in there. And then I added a layer of foam tape all around the edge of that window. And I just put a small piece in the center of my sentiment portion. And now I have that lightest blue cardstock. This is Arctic cardstock from Hero Arts. And I've cut it slightly larger than that window piece that I created. I'm adding some sparkly shaker guts to the top of that Arctic cardstock, and then I removed the backer from the foam adhesive and placed it in the center of that panel, and that creates my shaker element for the front of my card. Once again, I cannot say how genius this die set and glimmer set really is. It's so cool, and that's my first card with our palette today. Now for the second card today, I am using the Die of the Month kit, and this features an adorable airplane with some banner sentiments, and I'm looking at the packaging and I am using that because there is a guide on there that shows you the pieces that you need to create the banner and the airplane and kind of help you determine which colors you want to cut each of these pieces from. So I brought in a little bit of silver cardstock as well. And you can see I placed the various dies on the colors that I needed to cut them from. And then I ran those all through my die cut machine. So I only had to run it through a couple of times because I'm using scraps of cardstocks and some small dies. Now, once I have these pieces die cut, I'm looking at my packaging again to help guide me. And I think these are really genius because they do have some score lines added that will help you line up the banner pieces and the airplane pieces on top of each other. So I'm just putting some liquid glue on these banner ends and attaching them to the main portion of the banner. And then I'm going to add the little string, which I die cut from some silver cardstock, and my banner quickly comes together. And like I said, on these die cuts, there are little score lines and kind of some guidelines that help you line up the layers perfectly. So I've also used a darker red cardstock here just to add some shadow. I've cut some of these pieces from silver and I'm stacking those up as well, just giving it kind of that old-timey airplane feel. I did grow up, my grandma owned a very tiny, I want to say a tiny airport. I don't want you to think it was like crazy. Little tiny airport with a little restaurant on it in Woodlake, California, teeny tiny airport. And we had a lot of these classic airplanes there. So I got to grow up kind of around these types of airplanes, these biplane type airplanes, and they are so much fun. And I had a great time putting this together. So once I have all of my die cuts put together, I went ahead and used a circle die from Spellbinders, and I die cut it from some vellum. And I'm adding my assembled die cut pieces on with some foam tape onto this vellum circle. Now, once I have those assembled onto the vellum circle, I'm going to add some foam adhesive behind those die cut pieces and add this to my top folding A2 size card base, which I created from some linen cardstock to give it a little bit of texture. I'm going to trim off the excess that's hanging off the edge using these Spellbinders scissors, which by the way, are amazing. And then I cut the clouds from the die set from some Spellbinders fog cardstock, and I'm just assembling those onto my card using some liquid glue. And I'm gonna finish this off with a few sparkly stars and sequins, and that finishes off my second card. By the way, I think this color palette is perfect for young kids and boys. I know a lot of people struggle with masculine cards. You could use this palette as well. I think it's fun and fresh and also has a very like party vibe to it. Now for my third card project, I'm using the large die of the month. I've gone ahead and used the packaging again to help me determine what colors I needed to cut each piece from. And once again, on this die set, there are score lines which kind of help you align the layers on top of each other and give you those really cool shadows. Now, keep in mind, you can make this banner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however tall you want it. I am using 3 stacked up here. So I have a couple of those background or layering pieces cut from the darker Tidepool cardstock. And then I have 3 pieces cut from the lighter Arctic cardstock. Again, using all the little score lines on these die cuts to help me line everything up. But if I wanted to make this smaller or longer, I definitely could because these are just kind of a building die set. Now I've die cut the happy birthday to you sentiment, which you can kind of create your own sentiment from this using some silver cardstock. And then I have some balloons and some balloon strings, which are also in this large die of the month set that I've die cut from some silver cardstock. Now I decided to make a mini slimline card for this card, and I have a panel cut to 3 inches by 6 inches here that I am going to emboss using this embossing folder of the month, which features a fun little birthday candle design. So I've gone ahead and wiped down my cardstock with a clean baby wipe before I placed it into my embossing folder. And then once I do that, I'm gonna run it through my Platinum 6 and emboss that image. And then I've just layered this up, added some sparkling clear sequins, and that finishes off my third card project for today using this one palette to create 3 really different fun party vibe cards. And I love these club kits of the month because it's like new inspiration in my craft room every month. Now, it would be really fun to take these card designs and kind of use a totally different color palette because that's going to change the feel completely. And you could even sub out that silver cardstock for like a glitter cardstock to create even more of a sparkly party vibe. And if you are one who doesn't like a lot of sparkle for a masculine card, then I'm sorry. You could definitely substitute these shaker bits and things like that with some cardstock confetti or something like that, which would definitely bring a lot more color into this card as well. Now, as always, I will have links to the featured products used in these projects in the description at YouTube. So if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there. Or you can head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I'll have that linked below as well. Over there, you'll find more still shots, more information, and a complete list of supplies. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my paper crafting and card making video tutorials. I would love it if you would let me know in the comments which of these 3 card projects is your favorite. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. It means so much to me that you would spend your time here hanging out with me. I'm so glad to have you. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.